Five, four,
Good,
three, two, one.
good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my beautiful people. How are we doing today? Welcome to the Life Friends podcast with your host, Aaron Rhodes, and my boy right here.
Antonio Augusto. Now, before we get to the fun stuff, we got to get this out of the way because it
hmm
is the 22nd anniversary of September
hmm
11th, 2001. As most people know, at 8:46 a.m., American Flight 11 flew into the North Tower. 903 U.S. American Flight 175 flew into the South Tower. But I'm not going to tell you my story today. I'm going to read someone's Instagram, which sums it up, I think, perfectly. So it's by Boog ABCA. He's basically the kind of the how to put it. He started. He's the reason why you guys got toy photography. He's one of the creators. He's the guy. That's the guy
He's
that
the guy. He's him.
he's the guy. It's Boog underscore ACBA. He's got surefire pictures, and he's also a New Yorker. But I'm gonna read his thing because it sums it up perfectly. Still perplexed, saddened, angry, suspicious. I honestly don't even know what I saw 20 years ago today as I was getting ready for a job interview. I don't understand the explanations. I was mortified by not only the 3,000 souls lost on that day, and subsequently the 100,000 lost in Iraq and in Afghanistan thereafter. Many of them innocent, innocent civilians, women and children, as well as the first responders who ultimately died of respiratory illness and cancer as a result of breathing in the toxic air and dust at ground zero.
hmm
The toxic air was compromised of any and everything that was completely vaporized to dust where the buildings collapse. Vaporized. The air down in lower Manhattan, we were told that was perfectly safe. Clearly, it wasn't. You can smell it in Harlem. You can feel it, like that eerie feeling one may get at a cemetery or a botanica, even sometime after the event, where you get anywhere near ground zero. Even to this day, I even don't like going down there. What happened? How? Pentagon finished. Missing revenue. Building 7. Silverstein's insurance policy. Pristine passport. Found at ground zero. DEW's holograms, missiles, 9/11 commission report, NIST investigation. My tinfoil hat has been tingling since that very moment. And I'm sorry if the conspiracy theorist in me comes off as insensitive. That's not my aim. I just know that we've been lied to, and I feel like it's healthy to question things, and I still want answers. My condolences to any and anyone affected by this tragedy, peace, love, and light. And I'll add to that, I still question it. Look what's going on in Maui. You know Maui got dark. You don't hear nothing about Maui no more.
Right.
So we're not a conspiracy thought podcast, but you can't trust your government. I'm
Right.
sorry. And that might be a healthy subject of why I don't trust my government. That might be a topic. So let's put a pin in that because that might be a legitimate life rants topic.
right.
But to rehash my story again, and feel free to jump in and ask questions. I wasn't
Come on.
particularly there, but I was home.
Mhm.
And at the time, I was not in a great place in life. I was living in I guess the best way to say it is like a men's home or a
Mhm.
home of sorts, and it was run by a pastor that was helping people out and stuff.
Mhm.
And I literally woke up I think right after the first plane hit, and I'm just walking up to my aunt's house and not knowing what's going on. So I figured, okay, if there's a fire, I could probably look it up in the library real quick, right? That's when Yahoo was a thing. That's how old I am, kids. uh, but the minute I turned the corner, the second plane hit, and people were freaking out. Dude, I'm still oblivious to what's going on, and the internet's not working in the library. So I was like, all right, cool. So that's kind of a sign that something's happening. So I go to my aunt's house. My aunt's, glad that I'm okay and yada yada. She's like, you didn't go to work today? I'm like, I was supposed to, and I overslept, and I could have made it in by 10, but um, I just the it, I didn't even shower, so I knew I was just was. I gotta laugh a little bit because you
It
have
was
to
the fucking day.
Yeah, it was a day. It was just
Right.
listen. Oh. By the way, before I go any further,
Mhm.
we cussing on this podcast now. So if you don't like it,
Oh yeah.
sorry, not sorry. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, man. So I get to my block and all my friends like, yo, it's like a movie, yo, blah 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 blah, whatever, right? So then, we're all watching it on channel 7 upstairs, and then my cousin starts freaking out, and he's like, yo, my aunt, Titi Michelle's there. Like, and I had to tell him, like, cuz she's not there because where the towers are is the southern tip of Manhattan. Titi's more like in the middle, so she's fine. And knowing her,
Okay.
she see this is the problem with people today. Oh, I want to shoot this for my TikTok. No, you get the hell out of there.
Hmm.
People went to go help, which I love. I love New York because they went to go help. But today, if that happened today, people would go down. I
Right.
want to film this for my TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Why?
All
What are
over it.
you doing? Like, get out of here! It's not safe. And,
It's like the people who go and like chase the hurricanes and stuff. I'm
yeah,
like,
well,
oh, you're
people,
brave.
yeah, people get paid for that, which more power to you.
Can't pay
But
me enough.
it just anyway.
Right.
So, so we're watching it at home, and then I guess I think it was the second one that came down first, and then you could just like we're like um 3 miles from the towers itself where my building was.
Oh,
You had a
yeah, you feeling
clear,
that?
yeah, you had a clear shot of it coming down like a stack of dominoes.
Mhm.
I'm trying not to be funny, but at the same time, I kind of have to just for my own
They kind
personal
of
levity.
dry it. Yeah.
And then the next one came down and it was just a hot mess express after that. So
Hmm.
it was, and then my dumbass, because I have to say it this way. I shouldn't say I'm dumb, but boy was I intrigued on how, like, what happened. And then I spent the night watching how every stupid angle on how the plane hit,
Hmm.
and I immediately regret that because it gave me nightmares for years. Last year, Spike Lee put out this documentary about COVID in New York, because Spike Lee, people forget Spike Lee is a New Yorker,
Hmm.
and then he talked
Like
about
I wish
COVID.
I did.
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy.
I don't watch his movies often, but I did
All
want
right.
to watch his documentary. So
Yeah.
um, he talks about 9/11 quite a bit. I think the last two episodes are 9/11 based,
Hmm.
and oh boy, I literally forget the planes for a second.
Hmm.
If you have a tough stomach and I think it's on Max. I think it's the last two episodes of his documentary about New York, and he talks about
Hmm.
9/11. Oh boy, they go for it, man. There is footage that will shake you to your core. If you're brave, go watch it. Me personally, I wouldn't. I'm just saying that with love.
Mm-hmm.
So that said, we're gonna take about 60 seconds. Well, yeah, about a minute just to remember, and then we're gonna get to the fun stuff. And I'm gonna have Aaron do the actual intro, the fun one, when we come back. And all right, starting now. All right, kids, we back. Take it away, brother. One more time for the class with more energy this time. You're on mute. I'm
I am back, and we are back. Hello, how are we doing, beautiful people? Again, this is Life France. We of course had to give us a little moment to respect the time of 9/11, of course, especially being that my boy his light was actually there while in New York while it happened. But yeah, we're gonna pick it up a little bit, get a little bit lighter, and we're gonna go into some of our daily rants and whatnot. Of course, we're gonna talk about a Blue Beetle and of course, some comic news and some other things and stuff. So yeah, let's get
I
into
can
it.
definitely say that I read Sword and X Men Red. I, I'm caught up. I'm caught up.
Yo, I'm so
So, so,
I feel like a proud parent.
so I will. So I'm gonna tell you some stuff. So since we're already talking about comics, I dropped a lot of
Hmm.
books. I had
Hmm.
because they get charged to our card, and my wife is like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I just need to chill out for a second." I'm like, "No
chill,
problem."
chill.
Yeah,
Right. You wildin'.
and I'm literally about to go to Salt Lake next week. Which,
Hmm.
okay, before we go any further, there will not be an episode next week on the account that I will be in Salt Lake. The following Monday, if Aaron and I are off, I mean, I'll be doing this after work.
Right. Yeah, but
Uh,
say I'm usually
the
I got Mondays off now, so we gonna see.
okay. So as a tentative plan, not next Monday, but not next Monday. It won't be an episode, but the following one will be an episode after that. I'm reading a lot of comics again, but comics are expensive. Oh, did you leave me for a second? I'll wait till you come back. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. Yo, I'm literally leading. I'm reading Miles.
Hmm.
I'm reading. Oh! If you happen to go see the Blue Beetle, this movie, and you don't think that there's not comics on the shelves, there's literally a comic that dropped last week with Blue Beetle.
Literally the same time.
The
Yep.
same, literally
I
like
think it
a.
came out literally the same week, didn't it?
But there's
The
another
graduation
one
week.
that kind of sets up the movie called Blue Beetle Graduation Day. If
Yeah.
you haven't read Blue Beetle and you've
Yeah, I
seen
think
the
that
movie, you
comes
just
out
got out
the
of the movie
same.
and you kind of want more Blue Beetle, I
Hmm.
recommend that particular storyline, Graduation Day, because it kind of sets up where the movie is. They pull some parts of the movie, but some not. And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
there's a current Blue Beetle comic book right now, which I read the first issue. I liked it. I just needed to go more than 6 issues.
I feel that. Yeah.
I
But you
so
know that.
so we say this all the time, so I'm gonna say it here. So I'm gonna amend it a little bit.
Hmm.
So we say support your local comic store, but if you're a
Hmm.
lazy ass like me and you don't want to go nowhere,
All right.
Support digital. Support
Right.
digital. Because like not everybody wants to go on a comic.
Pre-order. Right.
Pre-order. Yeah,
Please
yes.
pre-order these books
Pre-order your books. If you
because
want
a
these
lot of
books,
people don't think. Right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're
no, no,
saying.
no. If you don't pre-order your books, you won't get them. And with the
Thank
way
you.
DC is finicky now about books,
What?
you need to, if you
Shit.
want
And
this
Marvel.
book to continue, pre-order
Mm-hmm.
your books. If you like the
Please.
character of Jaime Reyes, Ted Cord, and Dan Garrett, pre-order these
Right.
books. Which I'm gonna now because now that I'm here, I'm gonna recommend a few books. If you're just getting out of Blue
Mm-hmm.
Beetle, there's the Blue Beetle written by John Rogers and God, I forget the other writer's name. Oh, buy me 20 seconds.
Okay. So we did say we were gonna.
And John Rogers. I had a whole thing, man. This makes me mad. But we had a minor technical snafu. But it's
Right.
okay.
Just a little
But
one.
Keith Giffen is a legendary. I don't say that about anyone.
Yeah.
Legendary DC writer. I feel like he
Right.
still writes for DC today. No, I think
Right.
he's.
You said he wrote for Transformers, right? On
No,
Transformers, right?
John Rogers wrote for Transformers. Keith
John Rogers.
Giffen
Okay.
has written Ted Blue Beetle, and he's written Booster Gold. But he's also
Okay.
written Justice League, but not with the big, the big seven. It's kind of written
Right.
like the Justice League he written. I think it was with Blue Beetle, Ted Cord, Booster Gold. Batman was on the team on the time. That's when Batman
Mm-hmm.
punched Guy Gardner in the face, and he had a
Mm.
personality change. It is a fun run. It is a,
Anytime Guy Gardner gets punched in the
it
face,
is
I'm already for
a
it. So
legitimately fun run. Okay, why'd you stray away from God's Light? DC books are awesome. What is wrong with
look,
you?
and you know what? You are right. They are good, but look here. I am a strong I do not really vibe with characters who are very who are oversaturated. Like characters like Wolverine, the fact he is oversaturated.
That's
Like
fair.
the fact that I'm buying but I'm right now in the era where I am eating my words because I'm sitting here buying Wolverine fucking solo issues like a fucking simp because I need to know what happened to Beast. And but yeah, that Superman, Batman, like Cyclops, like all of them, I was just over it because I'm like Captain America primarily, like all of those guys. I'm like there are storylines, I'm not gonna lie, that they have that I'm just like that stand out to me that I'm like, okay, I get it. But I can't vibe with them for real. These strong goody two shoes white men, they're cool and whatnot, but
Okay,
I just yeah.
so I'm gonna challenge you a little bit.
Hmm.
You got me to read
Okay.
X Men and Sword.
Uh-huh.
I haven't read an X Men book in years. I genuinely like both those books.
Yes.
I genuinely like both
We
those books.
we will be talking about this before
Yes,
before this
you
this
know
ends
what?
because
We
y'all the
should talk
smile
about
that
it.
I am having right now
We'll talk
because
about it
I'm so
once they get
happy.
out of Fall of X.
Okay.
Because I feel like you'll get a more complete story that way.
I got you. No, yeah, I
Because they're
got you.
doing
But
that
I do
Civil
want to hear
War
your
stuff in
thoughts
Morocco.
about
I
this.
give
I do want to hear your
okay.
thoughts about it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
just remind me to do it in a few minutes.
I got
But
you. Writing it on the
so
list.
the runs I wouldn't recommend outright Superman and Batman up top because
Yeah,
it's a lot for anybody. Now, today I would recommend the current Superman run
yeah.
written by Joshua Williamson. And you don't need to know nothing going in, straight out of the cartoon Adventures of Superman.
Is Josh
It's a
Williamson black? I don't know why that
No,
just.
he's
I don't
white.
know why that just random
No, he's white.
with the name. I don't know with a name like Williamson. I was like, he
No,
black.
he's a white dude. He's a white dude. But no, it's fun. You get the marriage of Superman and Lois. Lois
Yes.
is editor in chief of the Daily Planet, and Jimmy Olsen
Get
for
back that
some
for him.
reason owns the Daily Planet. It is a thing.
Ah,
Yeah, I think
okay.
that was set up
I love that for him.
way back in Matt Fraction's run of Jimmy Olsen. It's kind of fun. It's really
Oh,
I need
that's
to I need
good.
now I'm thinking about it, I need to find it. Now, for you, I would recommend Blue Beetle, the original run, because it has a lot of the drama that you like out of X-Men.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
that was the time where DC was trying to kind of really trying to compete with the X-Men comic books.
Right.
I would recommend Blue Devil.
It's
Like,
funny you talk about them because I found out I literally learned about Blue Beetle and Blue Devil from the Teen Titans run that I read
oh,
when
because
Blue
Red
Beetle was
Devil was,
Jason Tracy 13.
yeah, yeah. Red Devil was
Yeah, Red Devil was
Red
like
Devil
it.
was on
Yeah.
the team, yeah. And
Ooh,
then
R.I.P.
I would even recommend 80s Firestorm.
Huh. These are some deep cuts that you are suggesting to me right now.
But
Okay.
listen, if I'm giving you a suggestion because of the drama
I
that you
believe you.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
those are runs because listen, I'll share my DC Unlimited with you. Just remind me to tell
Well,
you.
I got you.
So
I got you.
just
Yeah, I need
when
that
we
password again.
yeah.
I don't
Just
think
because now
yeah.
I'm back on officially and using my wife's iTunes card to do it. So
Hey.
I will. You should read those runs. It is deep. They're
Okay.
deep cuts, but I think because you have me reading X-Men now, I went back and read those and they still hold up. It's
Hmm.
very adult, mature themes for comic
Yeah.
books, but they're still fun. And
Right.
I
Right.
feel like people forget to put fun in comic books, which leads to Gotham War. So the premise of Gotham War is Catwoman trained a bunch of henchmen to rob the
Hmm.
rich, right? Am I getting it?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty much yeah, she teaches them how she gets like henchmen, all the henchmen to
To
like
rob the
start
rich
learning
and
how
give
to
to the
like be
poor.
robbers like and be like petty thieves.
I- and then she just tells Batman to kind of stay out of it. Hey, just let it slide. The
Right. Be
problem is
cool.
Bruce is not himself anyway, because that seems to be a thing. The last couple years, he's not himself. He has a a, a backup
What is
dark personality. It's a whole
huh?
thing. Yeah. Oh, you haven't? Have you read that Batman run?
I
Okay,
know
okay.
Nothing
I'll
about what
recap it.
Batman is going
Okay,
through.
okay. I'll
All I know,
recap
I
it.
just found out that he had a cybernetic hand
Okay,
last week. I
so
found out that he had a cybernetic hand. I'm like,
all
oh,
right.
what is that?
Give me about 5 minutes. I'll recap it. So currently in the Batman run,
Okay. Mhm.
um, written by the wonderful Chip Zdarsky. That's our Daredevil guy.
Okay.
So
Okay. All right.
basically,
You said Zdarsky.
Batman set up this fail safe. That's the villain
Hmm.
called failsafe. Basically, if Bruce
Hmm.
ever killed someone, it is designed to take out Bruce. Now, when he made failsafe, this was written during the Morrison run of Justice League of America when Batman had all the
Contingency plans for all
contingency
them.
plans for the Justice League.
Hmm.
And Superman, you see the scene. There's a scene in the book where Superman steps on. It's like, yo, um, what's the contingency plan for you? Now,
I was about to say. I was
he
thinking
says
that
the
too. Thank
Justice
you.
League, but it's actually Bruce designed a robot to kill Bruce. Anyway, so the particular storyline,
All right.
the robot essentially wins, but it doesn't kill Bruce outright. It and this is the next storyline. It basically transport Bruce to another Earth where there's no Batman. So the villain he fights is called the Red Hood. The Red Hood basically Aquaman's Bruce, and I say that with love. Basically cuts off his hand. That's why Bruce has a cybernetic hand. Oh, okay. You're
Mm.
wondering the reference. So in the '90s, there was this villain called Cherubus that literally fed Aquaman's hand to piranhas. I I shit you
What
not.
the
It was a
fuck?
it's a thing. Oh, which is another run I would recommend, but it gets dark really fast.
Look, I love me some
But
dark
I
shit.
would recommend it only because Peter David wrote the book, and
Mhm.
as a kid, it may some themes may go over your head, but like the
Mhm.
drama with Arthur Garth and then Arthur's side piece called Dolphin, because she was a side piece for a
Oh my
while.
god. That's
Oh,
where that happens.
oh,
Okay,
yeah. Arthur's side piece of
that was
dolphin.
messy,
And then hold on. It
messy.
gets worse. So Garth, Aquaman's side piece marries the side piece,
Yup,
and they have a kid.
psychic married side
I
piece.
just,
Mm-hmm.
it's that's another run I
Wild,
could recommend, but it's a good run.
wild.
I could recommend the Peter
Yeah, that's
David
the shit I
run,
live
and
for. I ain't gonna
then
hold you.
the Dan Jurgens run are pretty good. And the
What?
first
Yeah.
50, okay, but after that, and then like when it gets to 75, it picks back
Mm-hmm.
up. So I would recommend those two runs. Anyway, so basically, Catwoman is basically training these thieves to basically rob the poor. The problem
Mm-hmm.
is Batman's rich, so Bruce already isn't on board with this.
Right.
And then, uh, and then I feel like this is where I think I'm out of Batman for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He fights the Bat family again because for
Yeah.
some reason the family sides with Catwoman.
But it makes sense though, because
It just
when I heard it,
go
it
ahead.
makes sense because because they find out that crime has gone down exponentially since Catwoman starts doing it. So like she's in a way helping them. Yes, she is still training bad guys to be bad guys, but in a way that's not violent, in a way that's not very harmful to Gotham,
Mhm.
because Gotham is one of those cities where the rich will stay rich and they will remain to get rich and keep on getting richer off of the backs of poor people. So like it makes sense that they will want to do a Robin Hood type thing, and they've kind of geared her up to this since then, because before that, like even though I don't read them, I still like keep up with like Catwoman and everything. But Catwoman has like she used to like get kids off the streets and teach them how to be like thieves, like a thief like her. And I'm like, that's cute, and that's where we get the little storyline of
And
Leanne being alive.
she's
Um,
slightly pissed that her and Bruce were about to be married.
mhm.
So she
Even though
lit.
she left him,
No.
she didn't leave him on
Mm-mm.
the altar.
Okay, so you didn't read what happened after. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
I guess I got to set this up. So Bruce and Batman and Selina, Batman and Catwoman, were about to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because of who they are, strong-willed people, they thought that they were wrong for each other. In the issue following 50, you see that. Well, no, in a couple panels, you see that Selina's best friend Holly got to Selena's base and said, "Why are you marrying Batman for? He doesn't need you. He's Batman." But you realize it was a plan set up by Bane to kind of break Batman's spirit.
Mm-hmm.
This is also the story. This is also the run that killed Alfred.
Huh. Oh, R.I.P.
Oh, which
He's still dead, right? Is he still
he's
dead?
still dead. He's still
All
dead.
right.
He needs to stay dead.
What happened to Jarvis? I don't know why that randomly thought about. Every time I think of Alfred, I thought about Jarvis. I'm like, where is he?
Jarvis is on vacation. Let's just say that for now, because I
Right?
haven't heard
He
about it since. But
Yeah, he retired.
that's another run I could recommend just for drama and high action. Tom King's
Mm-hmm.
run of Batman. See, now you got me recommending.
Tom
Welcome
King
to
know how
my
to
world.
do some bangers.
Tom King's
Tom King do some
Batman
bangers.
from
Yeah.
beginning to end is good because I think he stops at like 86
Mm-hmm.
because DC pulled him off the book to do New Gods, which
Mm-hmm.
never happened.
Right. Yeah. I would love a New Gods book, to be honest. And like, yeah, they
But
slack on that, but I would actually low key love a New Gods book.
there's another book. There's two books now I could recommend. Now that I'm thinking about it. I think Tom King wrote the books. It's his Human Target and Mr. Miracle. And Mr. Miracle deals with depression.
Mm.
It's really, really good. But I would, if you pick up this book, is it? Hold on. Let me make sure. Buy me 20 seconds.
I got you.
Make
I
sure.
got you. Now that we doing all these recommendations, we should do like a once a month thing where we do like we recommend each other a book that we like and we talk about it the next time. I feel like that should be the thing that we do. That would be actually low key kind of cool. I have some suggestions.
Yes. Okay.
But
So Mr. Miracle is written by Tom King and Mitch Gerard. That art is
mhm.
beautiful. It is. I gotta say it this way. It's fucking beautiful. But it's Scott Free, that's the guy's name. He's dealing with
Mhm.
depression. And
Hmm.
then
Okay.
what's the other book?
I know seeing me a hero go through real life problems. So
Oh dude,
especially
you'll love the book.
depression. Yeah.
They give to kind of give you a tidbit. They give Darkseid a vegetable tray to eat.
What?
A vegetable tray to eat. They bring Darkseid food
Okay.
and they bring him a vegetable tray.
That's a choice.
And then you'll love Big Barter in that book.
Oh yeah, I love me some Barda. I
Because
love me some Big Barda.
she loves Scott. She loves him dearly, but she punches the shit out of Scott. That's a romance you never talk. People don't talk about.
Is this the one with Shit, I think I know which one you're talking about because I think I have an issue of it. Is it like I saw Mr. Miracle where he's black in one of them, and I was like,
No, that's
oh,
Shiloh.
that's cool.
That's Shiloh.
Okay, okay,
But
thank you
yes,
because I need to know
yes,
what that
yeah,
was
yeah.
about.
That's Shiloh. He's
Damn,
they
who is
it.
Shiloh?
Oh man, you. Oh god.
Look, not that I'm not that I'm getting schooled. Usually it's me and y'all. I want this. We need to record this moment. I'm glad we're recording this moment because usually it is me going on a rant for, for a long
So
time.
Shiloh
That was
is
shit on it. I love
kind of
it.
Mr. Miracle's replacement.
Okay.
He's the one that performs all the stunts, particularly right now. God, that Grant Morrison. I think it was written by Grant Morrison.
Oh
When
yes, I love them.
Shiloh as Mr. Miracle, it's fun. It's the Seven Soldiers arc. Man, we're recommending a lot of good books today. Like I said, people, go buy some comics. Go buy
Right,
some
we're sitting here
comics.
talking about
Listen,
we sitting here
listen.
talking about
Life
DC.
is short. Buy some toys, buy some comics, and just enjoy a good story. Listen, I know. Oh, I'm taking over this podcast today. I know DC gets a lot of flack for the stuff they do. I know they do, and
Mhm.
I know it hurts people's hearts, especially with the movies. But
What?
if a movie breaks
Mhm.
your heart, then wouldn't be the obvious choices to go pick up a comic book?
Yeah, where the real story is being told.
Like, I saw the Aquaman trailer today, and the trailer, I say trailer, but teaser.
I'm about to say because I was saying I saw the thing. I was like, "What?" I looked up and went. I looked
But
over.
the
I
thing
was
that made
gone.
me happy the most, the made me happy the most, is Aquaman riding Storm, a seahorse, the blue seahorse he's riding,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that gives me no end of joy as a geek. Where you see, listen. I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Momoa as Aquaman, but since McFarlane is already making a toy with the horse and Aquaman, listen.
Hmm.
Just take my money. I literally told my
Right.
wife that. I said, "Yo, we buying this, right? Yeah, right?" He's like, we're buying this." He's like, "Yeah, I know you. I'm a huge Aquaman fan. Just something about living under the water is cool, man. I just ugh." Like I want to touch Marvel, but I really do. But it's just like it's all DC today. It's just that I didn't really work so hard today, so I got plenty of energy. So, man, what else? Oh, dude, this is right up your alley. The OG
Mhm.
New Teen Titans,
Oh, all day. I read that
man.
faithfully. Big
Written by
caps.
no, I'm not talking about Jeff
Jeff
Johns.
Johns. Not which one?
No,
Which one?
written by George Mark Wolfman and George Perez.
Oh, read that. Read that too. I haven't read all of it, but I read a lot of that too.
Read it all
Because
the way through up until Crisis, because that's
seeing
where it gets weird
yeah
after Crisis.
yeah I read like I think I read like probably 30 issues. I don't even know if there was 30. I feel like I've read like it was, you know what I get confused of, because they have Titans and they had Teen Titans at the time, and that's
Yes,
always confused the fuck out of me.
but just
But yeah, I
the
read like at
easiest way
least
to
30 or
remember
40 issues
is the
before
Titans
we
is the
got to
older
Crisis.
kids. Titans are the older
Right,
kids,
exactly.
and the
And
Teen
I used
Titans
to
is the
read
kids.
both of those. Right, I used to read both of those, and and personally, I just love it because those were back in the days where they really emphasized on character relationships within the book, and like the fact of we get to see Raven's friendship with Donna Troy as well as Starfire, Blossom. Like the boys like have their like Nightwing and Kid Flash and Garth, like they have their moments. Like those are the
And
moments I love.
and
Like
Cyborg was just being a dick to everybody.
everybody. Everybody, like, and
It's
I
so much
personally love
fun.
Nightwing and Donna Troy's relationship. Though I was like,
They're best
they were
friends.
they were like, yeah, they're best friends. That is his absolute best friend. And I was like, they don't show that as much as they should anymore. Like, it's one of those things that we need a lot more of that. Like, they
Oh,
they were my first depiction of, oh, guys and girls can be friends.
listen. If I was beautiful as Dick Grayson, I wouldn't be anybody's friend. It'd be straight dick
Yeah,
all day.
yeah. I couldn't be your friend if you had that ass. So let's be honest. We I couldn't
No,
just
you
be friends with
didn't,
you and
you
talk to you.
asshole.
I would personally, yeah, I would actively accost you. I'd be like, I don't think this is safe for you. Like, I just
You
them them
asshole.
them yams. What if you had those? If you had the V, like, if you had that V, no, I'm sorry, them cum gutters.
Wow, I'm
That,
done with you. I'm fucking
yeah,
done with
we
you.
couldn't we couldn't be friends in the way you think we would be friends.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know my limitations.
Mm.
I would love you from afar, though.
I can't with you. I'm done with you for the day. Oh, brother, husband, I don't know what to do with you right now. You killing
I
me.
love you too, brother husband. I love you
Oh,
too.
okay. Damn, what else can I recommend for you? Now, because now we're just here. So,
I got one that I can recommend for you.
shoot.
The vi- and if we do end up like doing the like, we should do like a month, like once a month or so, like once every other month, that we like suggest a book and we review it like from like the next time we're on. Like, I feel like you would like Vision, the one with his
Read it.
family. Have you read that?
I
You
read
read
it.
that?
It's been
Okay,
a while.
so good,
I
right?
probably need to
Oh
read
my
it
God.
again. Also written by Tom King.
Yeah.
That's his
Did
first
he
Marvel.
write that?
That's his first Marvel work.
All right, sir. You did that. All right. That because that was a book. I
I feel
love that.
like if Tom was to go to Marvel, he would write an amazing Spider-Man.
Tom Taylor?
No, Tom King.
Tom King? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. I feel like Tom Taylor would write a good champion book though. Like, he knows how to really write kid books, but also like
No, you know
the
what?
work that he's done for
You know what I
Mhm.
want? Like
What?
if I could get a dream team for the Spider-Man book, because I guess now we're gonna talk about
Mhm.
Marvel. I need Chip
Right.
Zdarsky on Spider-Man.
Actually, yeah.
I need
That would be
and you give
He'll make
Chip
a compelling
whatever
story for him.
artist he wants.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Give him what
god.
he
Speaking
needs,
of,
give him what he wants.
are you current with Spider-Man?
Hell no.
Okay. So
I
I'm gonna
stopped
give
reading
you the
right before the
premise. I'm gonna
reveal.
give you the premise of what's going on in the book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, go
after
ahead,
the Miss
give me that
Marvel
premise, bro.
debacle,
Uh-huh.
Peter and Norman are becoming really best friends, and they're trying to make Norman the Green Goblin again. So
I
Craven,
heard
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
Craven has this spear with the sins of Norman Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
Craven attacks Norman Osborn. Pete is there. Pete saves
Ugh.
Norman Osborn and puts the sins, the evil of Norman Osborn into Peter Parker. Um, it's a problem.
That sounds like I might pick that book up again. I actually love that concept. I don't know why. I always love me a good like hero turned evil moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, that's why I love
You
Secret
just
Empire.
gave
That's why I love
Peter
X-Men
Parker
Forever.
the craziness of the Green Goblin. He's
Yeah.
already strong. He's smart as AF.
And he already going through some shit.
And he's already going through stuff.
Mm-mm.
I need a
Throw it away.
listen. This is how you get Miles to be the official Spider-Man.
So that's it.
Peter Parker versus the Marvel Universe.
Like, have him have a beast moment and go a little evil for a little bit, just a little bit.
This is how you also get the Pete versus Miles fight.
Honestly, yeah, that would be dope. Honestly, and like, yeah, look, we need more. Like, we don't have any more as much as we do. We need like a hero turn evil a moment. I miss those. Like, people hated Access,
Mm-hmm.
that little Marvel event, but I actually low key kind of fucked with it. The fact, like, it made Tony Stark just a complete monster. Without, it would be Tony Stark if he didn't have
Wait a minute.
the
You said
mental
Axis?
capacity
Oh
of
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
thinking of the spelling. Okay, yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Yeah, it's like, it was Tony Stark, but if he didn't have like morals, and like literally all his moral things went away, like he literally got the world hooked on an app and then took it away and then started selling it for millions of dollars. Like, the way he gave Daredevil his sight back for a day, and
Yes.
he told him, like, he's like, you got to come to me if you want to, keep getting it. I'm like, bro, you are evil. And that was such a good Daredevil book, though.
Speaking of
Like, him being
Tony,
able to see for the day, and the first person he wanted to see was Froggy. I was like, that's so cute. He wants to see what his best friend look like. That's so
speaking of
cute.
Tony, yeah.
Yep,
Keep it to a
it's
minimum.
happening. All
What's
right,
your take?
all right. I just need 2 minutes. That's it.
Okay.
X-Men was good. It was cool. It was really good. Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. It did it. I am liking the run that Iron Man is taking. I have read I'm all the way up to date of Iron Man. I just haven't read his Iron Man annual, but I see that that's just Contest of Champions. But the Iron Man book is really good. The soft moments that we get with him and Emma, I start to see it. Like, don't get me wrong, I could pick anybody else for her. Like, still, I don't believe they're in game, but honestly, like, their relationship makes sense in a way. Like, when she calls him Anthony, I'm like, it's the cutest thing. Like, I was just like, this is amazing. But
And there was one scene in particular that I saw when she's in his
mhm.
head, and you don't see a bunch of girls.
Yes,
You see Tony work on
yes,
his armors. That's his happy
mm-hmm,
place. And she
mm-hmm.
even said that that was like super refreshing.
Right, right. I love that moment too when she was like, yeah, she saw his mind, and she was like, I was assuming that there would be, half naked women around here and like all this stuff. But she's like, no. I was
Hmm.
like, I'm surprised at what I see here, and like, we see that there's more to Tony Stark. Like, we've always known that there's more to Tony Stark than he lets us know.
This is
But
how
like,
Tony
this was a
becomes
beautiful
a
moment.
really true hero again.
Yes,
Emma to
yes,
remind him, like, yo,
exactly, and
you
he
someone
gets
needs to
it.
call him out on his bullshit, because honestly,
Right.
the way they written Tony's girlfriends, they all left him. And I think
Yes.
that could be
Every single one.
explored. They all
Yeah.
left him. So like
Right.
for Emma to stand tall and say, "Hey, listen, Aunt, you fucking up.
Right. Exactly.
Fix this." And she got him to change his color armor, which I like.
I absolutely love it. Like, and I feel like, yeah, he does need, like, but I feel like that's something that he's always had in the women that he's chosen. He's
Oh,
always had
I
someone
have
who
a pitch for a
will
champions
be real
book.
with him and tell him about himself. But I feel like she would tell him about himself,
Yes.
like, to like read him for filth, and I kind of like that. What?
I have two things I want to say.
Mhm.
Do you know she's about to be in the Illuminati?
Wait, wait. Hold on.
Stop the
Shut up. Shut up.
presses.
Shut up. Shut up.
Stop the
Shut up.
presses.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your mouth.
Hmm.
Are you telling? You're saying
Yeah.
Emma Emma Grace Frost is going to be a part of the Illuminati?
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't know that. They reformed the
Excuse.
Illuminati. Go ahead. My poor Aaron is screaming. He's screaming. I thought you knew.
I am back. I am sorry. I'm
I
composed
thought you
myself. I am
knew.
off of mute. I
I,
did not know that. I did
oh,
not know
dude.
that, and I
Okay,
absolutely love that shit.
because it's in the Thanos book. Hold on. Let me go to Google.
'Cause,
Find me
look,
30
I was
seconds.
like, I'm
Welcome
already.
back. Because I can tell
I
you the
got
author.
you. Because I'm sitting here literally Googling this as we speak. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah, because
I
they're
need
in the
that.
Thanos book.
Thanos got a new book.
Yes.
Lord, oh Jesus, Thanos. I might buy that shit though. I ain't gonna hold you. His little run in Eternals was amazing. Like, the way that they in the Ultimate Invasion thing.
Okay.
appear in the Thanos
Because I know
#1.
Blue Marvel's on that team.
I just saw it. I just saw it, y'all. I just saw it, y'all.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Can I say? Can I say what the roster is here?
Wait, because I got to pull it up too.
Okay.
Because I forgot who else is on the team.
Okay, let me know what you want me to say because I need. Oh.
Okay, let me go to images.
This is a team. All right.
No, that's not it. Where are they? Let's see.
I literally just typed in new Marvel Illuminati and
Let me do this. Where are you?
Did
Okay,
this
go ahead.
Thanos #1 already come out?
No, I don't think it's out yet.
Okay, bet. So this team consists of Iron Man, Blue Marvel, Emma Frost,
Yes,
Doctor Strange, not I'm about to say Stephen Strange again. Reed Richards and Bruce Banner, the Hulk. Y'all. I just first of all, I will go on to say I do wish that Charles was a part of this Illuminati. I do feel
Charles
like
is not in a great place.
it would be a compelling that part also. But I also feel like I feel like we could have gotten a compelling story with him and Reed, just because, especially after he like literally took the memory out of Reed's mind how to create that little X gene dampener thing. Like I feel like we have not gotten any resolution from them from that, and I feel like that would have been a good moment. But also yes, Emma Frost has, let's be real, because we all know that they like they literally pick people from different communities, hero communities, and Emma Frost, let's be real, since the beginning of this Krakoan era, she has been running Krakoa by herself, basically. Like, yeah, Magneto and Professor have been like the figureheads, but she has been running it, and it makes sense that she will be the head of that part of the Illuminati. I love that for her, honestly. I would love it if it was Storm. That would be a good one too, but I feel like Emma's a good
Storm's busy,
one because
you know that
she would do that part. That also. But shit, so is Emma though. Shit.
Yeah.
Like Emma's running head of state while also running Hellfire Trading Company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's crazy. But also I feel like she would do what needs to be done. Like if that whole little like, oh, we gotta destroy worlds to save our own shit happens, she'll be on board with that. Like she's like, okay, well let's go ahead and do this. Like, let's go ahead and get this done. Right,
so
exactly.
I wanted to tell you this before we talk about Blue Beetle, the movie.
November.
Yeah, you got a while. Oh, the sidekick, the mascot of Life France is here. All right. So I had this pitch. I had this wonderful idea. Marvel, if you somehow found this podcast, my name's Antonio Augusto, and I would like to write the champions. So do you remember Jeff Johns' Teen Titans?
What? I would love that. Yeah.
Okay. So I say Emma Frost rebuys or remakes the school with Tony, right? And just for shits and giggles.
Get out of my head.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Continue.
Just for shits and giggles.
Continue.
Kat runs the school. And okay. And let's see. You bring Miles into the book. You bring Nova. Miss Marvel's already an X-Men, so you'll see her every now and then running missions with them. And you just do it like the old Jeff Johns Teen Titans book.
Get out of my head.
They're training them to be the next Avengers.
I absolutely love that. I always like when I was a kid, I used to make I used to literally write like a little like fanfics of like all the kids from different parts of like the communities of like mutants, like regular like human mutate kids who just like experiments and stuff, and like magical community. Like all these kids come under one school and they learn from like from the heroes of their like trade, I guess. Because like I would absolutely love that. Would be such a smart idea to put them all in there. It would be that could get a lot of books. That could honestly be a great show that they make a cartoon. Like obviously it has to be a cartoon. but yeah, like that would be such an amazing thing, and I think that would be a smart idea for Emma and Tony to like make the school. That would be a smart thing to do for them as like a couple, like for a good like power couple move. I think that would be a smart ass idea,
Because Emma
and like I would
ultimately is
have
a teacher.
right, exactly. She's always been a teacher, and that's one of the big things. Like that's one of her staples. Like even though like I hated her, like back in the day because we all know what she did, but the one thing that I could never take away from her, that one thing that she's always had above everybody else is she's been a great teacher. She's way, and I'm sorry, I love Charles, but she's a way better teacher than Charles as well. Like she gives him tough love, but also I just can't express it enough. I feel like that would be an amazing beat for her. And like, yeah, have Cap run the school, have like Miles Morales, like Kamala, and all of them, like have them be like little like mentors or like mentor or teachers to them. I feel like
Well,
that would be a good
I
beat
feel
to
like
take them.
they should be the next Avengers
Oh, for sure.
or
Yeah, that's
Young
what I'm saying. They should be
Avengers.
like
Call them Young
mentors,
Avengers because I feel
right?
like every time Marvel wants to do that title, it's tied to one of the old writers back in the day. And I can't remember his
Right.
name right now, and I don't want to look.
Um,
But I feel like do
Kieran
the
Gillen
title
and
once and
Alan. Mm-hmm.
which one?
Yeah, go ahead. Kieran Gillen was one of them, and
No, not him. No,
Alan
it was
Alan something that's
Alan
gonna
Heiberg.
irritate me.
Alan Heiberg. Heinberg.
Yeah.
Heinberg. Yes, yes. Because he's written a whole bunch of no, I feel like you should do the book with the sidekicks.
Yes, I feel like they do deserve a book, but I feel like that will be. I feel like to put them in that school will be a digression of who they are because they've already been trained and done and know the things by the great. They already know all the things and they've been trained by the greats to do so. So I feel like that would be a good moment for them.
But I
Why?
feel like just for the Emma being a part psychologist with all the stuff that's going on in Miles' book that's happened to them,
Mm-hmm.
like, these kids need help. Like with Miles
Right.
especially, with all the stuff happening in his book, which is just like, well, he's dealing with a lot, and he's fighting Pete's
Right.
old scraps too. He's fighting the Hobgoblin like on some
Mm-hmm.
anime level stuff. So it's just like, come on, he's getting powerful by the day.
Right. Right.
All right, because we're gonna have to get out of here soon. It's
We didn't
time.
even talk about all the things that we talked about. Look,
All right.
we didn't
What
even
was
get into
left? What was left?
um before we get into that, I guess I'll do a little bit of Marvel news. The India Peter Parker I forgot his. I'm not
Oh,
even
he
gonna
got
try to
his
say it
book
because
right.
I'm gonna mess it up.
Pat,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
he won breakout of the year. He won breakout hero of the year this year, and I was like,
Ooh,
oh yeah, I was like, good for him. I need to get that book because I do want to read
I
that
need a
because
toy.
as soon as I saw him on Spider-Verse, yeah, I love him. Like I
Need a
absolutely loved him.
toy.
He was my favorite character out of that book, out of that
Looking at
movie.
you, Marvel
Um,
Legends. Need a toy.
right.
Oh, we didn't
One.
talk about the HasLab. Okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah. Keep going.
Oh, that too. Of course, Batman Day was last week on September 6th. So, yay, woohoo,
Yeah,
Batman, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Where's my Wonder Woman Day? That's all I need. Like, it should probably be it need to be in Women's History Month. It needs to be like, it needs to be prominent. That's all I'm saying. We've been gone for a while, but we need to talk about, well, not talk about, but also give condolences for Arlene Sorkin, the voice of Harley Quinn, who died
Yeah,
at
man. Oh,
67.
that's
Yeah, that one.
right.
Yeah, because we all forget. Like I didn't even know because I figured Harley was a staple in the comics for years, but I didn't
She
know that she
wasn't.
was
She was
created from the
created after
cartoon.
the her creation
Yeah.
in the cartoon. Yeah.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
ever since then,
yeah.
she's been a staple. And Arlene was a staple of that. She made her an actual character that people resonated with, that people actually wanted to see more of. So much so that Harley is in a prominence that she has never been. She's grown in the way that Emma Frost has grown in the early 2000s. Like they came out of nowhere, but they came out of nowhere, and once they came, they sprouted up. It's a few times that heroes make it in cartoons that actually get so much love they make it into comics. Like them, hell, X23, X23, Laura Kenny, she was one of those people
Mm.
as well. She was made from X-Men Evolution, and then they were like, no, we want that for real, and we got it. And we just need to give a moment of silence for her. She RIP.
Yeah.
um but other than that, oh, there's something else that you wanted to talk about, the Ashton thing.
Oh boy. Um,
Yeah.
let's not
You
yet
want to take
because
that?
this has been a
Okay.
fun episode.
All right.
Let's say,
All
you
right.
know what?
We can leave
We're
it.
gonna do a real life episode. Let's do that. That's episode 39, and I'll call
All
it
right.
real
We
life
can.
shit.
Okay. Okay. Other than that,
That is a downer.
it's yeah, it's disconcerting to
And I
be
want to
honest.
do a little more research into it before
We
we
were
do it.
rooting for you, Ashton. We were all rooting for
Yeah, it's
you,
a
and
whole
that's all we're
mess.
gonna say
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
But yeah, you need to tell me how you like the X-Men Red before we go into it. I
Oh,
can't hold on anymore.
so okay. So Sword and what was her name? Um, is it
Abigail Brand.
Abigail? She's a
How I knew you was talking about
whole
her.
ass. I'm surprised she wasn't a villain sooner.
You know, like kind of. She's always been like
And
right there
I
on the
like
edge. Like
how Araco is essentially Africa with our wildin' ass cousins challenging Storm on a daily basis. Storm's like,
yes,
listen, I don't want to fuck you up today.
but if you
But
want
if
that
you,
smoke,
but if this is something I say to my wife sometimes just to make her laugh. Like, if you're feeling froggy, leap, bitch,
all
leap.
right, all right,
If you're feeling
every time,
froggy, leap. Go ahead.
please do.
And I love Nova's in the Nova's in X Men Red,
Hmm.
and there's I like how he's just chilling on Araco, fighting Storm and stuff. I like how
Right,
he's just chilling, and I love Roberto and
fighting with
golly,
Storm.
the last stand of Magneto.
Oh, so you read it. Ooh, that
Yeah,
that hurt
Mag.
my heart.
Okay, let me ask you:
Hmm.
do you think they were setting a romance between Magneto and Storm?
Oh yeah, because you read that part. You read the part about the gifts joining. Yeah, okay, very much so. It felt like it. Like in all of X Men, it felt like they were slow. It was like a slow burn to like something could happen, and like and as it was happening, I was like, I wouldn't be upset with it if it did. Kind of
So,
like
okay, real quick, do you see
if they
there's
have a child,
another?
put it down.
No, there's another Magneto out there, and she's
The girl,
black. Yes.
that's apparently his daughter. Yes, that's apparently his daughter. I just found that out a few days ago. Look, if it's real, I need that to be real. I need it to be true. There's a girl who thinks she's Magneto's daughter. And he thinks she's Magneto's daughter. I kind of would love that if that was a real thing. I need that to be true. A black Jewish girl? What?
Okay.
Like,
Another thing,
yeah.
I need her and Scarlet Witch to hang out more.
Yes. That's the first thing I thought about. Her and Lorna. Like I feel like they need to all like hang out and have like a little sister book. I feel
Oh,
like
and
that would be a good
I
a
like
good beat.
Craig. Even hold
Yeah.
on, I'm
I
giving
got
you a
you.
theory. I like him,
Hmm.
but you know how X Men comics are.
Hmm.
You know he's not gonna last long.
I don't think he gonna die. I don't
He'll
think I don't
die a
I'm not
heroic
manifesting
death
that.
trying to protect Storm, and Storm is
I
gonna
feel like
be go like
I feel
ultra
like he'll
instinct on
probably end up
people. I'm
I feel
telling
like
you.
he'll end up dying for them kids, for that little girl though.
Yeah,
For
that's
Lolo
why.
and thing. Because yeah, I feel like definitely for sure. Because even in the Sins of Sinister book, they even show like he adopted them. So I'm like, I kind of want that to be a
I
canon thing. I would
do
love for him to
like
adopt those
her, and this is just the comic me.
girls.
I do like her and Black Panther together.
Yeah, I do. I like them too. I like them too. But
If
also,
they can get
I
past their
get it.
own egos.
Right. But let's be real. It's more so T'Challa's ego than hers. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because she has made it very like I feel like especially with Storm, like
Oh,
she
oh,
sees
oh,
a lot of his shit and
oh.
she
That
like
let me
doesn't.
tell you about this. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
you good? So yeah, like I feel like he got a lot of shit to work out on his own because he hides things from her that shouldn't be hidden, but then he doesn't like he blames it on it's for the nation. I didn't want to tell you because I'm trying to protect. Yeah, but I'm also your wife. Like you don't. She likes even in like the X-Men the Sword book. She was like, you don't have to tell me everything, but you're supposed to tell me the things that are important. Like, and yeah, he kept dropping the ball on that.
Al Ewing's my next generation Grant Morrison.
Yes, I would. Okay, I'll give you that.
That
I'll
is
give you
high
that.
praise.
That's very high praise.
Speaking of Al Ewing, oh my God, have you read Thor? Have you read his Immortal Thor?
No,
Go pick up that
no.
book. Go pick up that book.
I
There's literally a scene of Thor fucking up Orcus.
Huh. Okay. He better. His mama a Phoenix. He better do that shit.
I
Your
need
mama.
you to pick up this book. It is the first Thor
Ugh.
book I want to pick up. And I totally forgot he was writing the book. He's fighting
God.
the Earth gods. It's literally the end, and it's Thor has entered his darkest hour, and he's already on some crazy. I love the book. I hope issue 2 comes out while I'm in Salt Lake
God
because
damn it.
the book looks good. Good. That's why I said he's the next generation Grant Morrison.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
Yeah,
not
Al Ewing, he can take a
that's not
book and make it
hyperbole.
a
That is
banger.
another guy that if he wanted to write Spider-Man, sold. Or Miles. I feel like
I
he
feel
would
like
get Miles
he too good
more.
to play Spider Man.
I
He
feel
would do a good job on Miles, I
on
think.
Miles.
And it's a shame. This little white man, he know how to draw. He know how to do a dialogue for black people. Cause look
Yes.
here, the way he wrote Storm is amazing. Like Storm is such a fully fleshed out character. Like he really got her tone, like everything down in those books, and I love it. Like we see that this is a perfect combination of Storm, Queen of Wakanda, Queen of the Morlocks, the leader of the X-Men. We see that this is like a whole antithesis of who she is, like all together, coming together. And like, but that Abigail Brand thing, wasn't it crazy? Like that she's a mastermind. And it makes sense why her and Beast used to date. And I just, yeah. Like
They're
they
setting up
just
to for them to get back together and terrorize shit.
I know they are. I
I feel like that's
know they
coming.
are.
And I'm not a big X-Men guy like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. And you know this because we talked about
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
big X-Men guy like that. But holy shit, that is
The way she systematically and working in the background, you know what she gives me? She gives me Amanda Waller vibes. She's like, if Amanda Waller and Nick Fury had a baby, that would
yes.
be their white baby, their white half
Yes.
alien
All
baby.
right. Because the time,
Yeah,
and I think
let's get into it.
episode 40 will be all Al Ewing books.
Okay.
Put that in your books. Episode 39 will be real life shit. Episode 40 is Al Ewing books.
Right.
Because holy crap.
Knowing me, I'm probably gonna find some way to mix comics in with real life.
And that's fine. Yeah, next 30 episode 39, it will be titled real life shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I got thoughts about this strike now that because people are showing they ass, people showing they whole ass, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
hold on to that because
Pay these people what they need. We need some more movies, y'all. Damn.
just yeah. Anyway, all right.
Get these people insurance.
Blue Beetle, because we got to get out of here because we're already running at an hour.
Okay. You know me, I'll go. Look here, you know I'll talk for hours.
I know you can, but I'm the one who edits. You
right. You right.
Oh, speaking
I'm gonna
of,
let it go.
do you want to get an episode? You want to do an episode by yourself, you and Joe X, and just do it here?
I wouldn't mind that.
When we hang up, remind me to give you the information.
Okay, I got you.
When
All
we
right,
hang
can
up,
do that.
so, and you know what? That's how we do it. If one of
I love
us
our on
can't
the fly
record,
ideas.
if one of us can't record, we both have the information to record, and I'll edit. I'll get it all
Okay,
edited and stuff. As soon as
perfect.
I get a moment, I'll get it edited. Okay, Blue Beetle. I totally forgot this was a DC movie. I was having fun. I was
Yeah,
legit having fun, and
yeah,
and
enjoyed it.
Blue Beetle was filmed in Puerto Rico. Sold.
You know what? It felt like that. It gave Puerto Rican vibes or Miami vibes. That's exactly
Yes.
what it gave. Yes, that makes total sense. But first of all, let's talk about what was the city called? Palmetto City or something like that?
How do you say it again?
Palmera
Palmetto
City.
City. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's called that. First of all, where did the city come from? Never knew the city existed in
So
DC world.
you have
I'm
to
glad they made
read
this for this.
Blue Beetle graduation day.
Yeah, they said they made it for the graduate, and I was like, okay, I'm glad
Because
that he
I
has like
feel
a
like the
city he's
reason
centered
why,
in.
and I was telling my wife this, I feel like the reason why they use El Paso because all the shit that's been happening here in Texas,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I feel like, and we need a new city because Jamie's tied to El Paso anyway, so I guess that's DC's Miami. I, and I don't want them to do this, but I certainly wouldn't mind it. I don't want Jamie to be retcon as Puerto Rican. He needs to stay Mexican. But I feel like since it was filmed in Puerto Rico, I feel like that's where they're gonna lean to. But like, no, 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 don't do that. Keep him Mexican. He's fine. Nah, man, we got Miles, and no, 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 no. No, yeah, for the car, yeah, it's just some pieces of Blue Beetle need to stay, but I feel like that's one. I feel like that's one of them. All right, continue. Please continue. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Go.
All right, but yeah, like it doesn't add or detract anything from changing his ethnicity. So I would say keep him the way he is, and let him go. Let him thrive in what he's doing. But that movie was such a good movie, like especially coming off of The Flash and the way they hyped that movie up so much to be
Have
the
you watched
amazing
The Flash?
Omega. Yes, I have.
Should I watch it?
I would say, look, I don't want to tell you not to watch it because there were moments like for it. Like, let's be real. Michael Keaton and Supergirl were my like saving graces in that movie. But like it's cute. Like, I mean, like honestly, it's not that good. And look, for me to say that says something because I've always been one of those. My friend made me come to the realization earlier last week that I'm one of those people who just personally just love watching superhero stuff. So I just take it all in, and I don't really care how bad it is. Like I'm a person who can watch all of the X-Men movies and just like still find it enjoyable. Not It's not gonna be the best thing, but I can still find enjoyment in it.
And that's how I
But
used to be. Let me stop you there. That's how I
mhm,
used to be with movies, and I used to like.
mhm,
But now it's like, holy shit! You just fall under like everybody's view, and like
right,
I really need to stop that. I go to movies to get away from real life.
right.
Like the perfect examples is like I love the John Wick movies. You kill my
Mhm.
dog, I'm killing your family. Perfect for a nice Saturday night with the wife.
Hmm.
Have a little pizza, watch people get killed, go home and try and make kids. It's a whole
Right.
thing. And it's a whole thing. All right. But Blue Beetle, there was a lot I loved. I love that they
Yes.
mentioned Ted. I love that they mentioned
Yes.
Ted Cord, Dan Garrett. I love the costumes. I love how retro they went with Ted's base.
Yes. Like, first of all, most of the cast is Latino in this. And I was like, I absolutely love this. Y'all are making movies for the people
Look,
who need it.
I know people
Go
hate
ahead.
George Lopez, but holy shit, he came to play.
Right.
I love how all the DC movies, the DC shows on the James Gunn,
Mhm.
where they said Batman's a fascist. I'm like,
Yes. That was
that joke is
hilarious.
continuing. Batman's a fascist. And I
He's a
really thought about
fascist.
it. As much as I love Batman, he does beat the shit out of mentally ill people on a
Yep.
regular basis.
And as soon as they said, I was like, "Oh man, he kind of does though." And I also love that Ted Cord's daughter is Latino as well, like half Latino. I was like,
Yes.
that was a smart move. Like, first of all, if Ted Cord had a daughter in the comics, didn't know about her, but she's definitely going to be in
No,
the
but
comics now if she isn't.
they do in graduation they do now you have to read it. They
They
do a
introduce her
sister.
in it.
They do a sister, a
Oh,
new sister of
Victoria. Okay,
Victoria of Ted Cord, which you could have kept.
yeah,
Susan,
she was new.
spoilers if you haven't seen it. Let's say this now. 3, 2,
Right.
1. Spoilers if you haven't seen Blue Beetle. They kill her at the end. You could have kept
Yeah.
her around.
I kind of want her to
But
stay. Like, I was like, damn, arrest her. But like, and can we also talk about that? Because like, though Jaime didn't kill her, he killed her. Like, I just
he left
I
her
just need
there.
us to talk about that, huh?
He left her there.
Like, yeah, with the guy who he knew was going to kill her.
Yeah.
Like you like, yeah, you didn't kill her. You didn't like do the thing, but like, you knew the guy was going to do the thing, and you was like, all right, well, let's go. Like,
But I
you
do
and
like
her
his
aunt and her
with great
niece.
power and responsibility moment with the Scarab.
Yeah,
The Scarab's like, Jaime,
yeah.
we don't kill, which was great.
That
DC,
gripped
you
my heart.
got
I gripped my heart.
DC, you got it right. I love his
I loved it.
sister. I love his sister. I love how it ended on a novella. They all kissing and then they fly off in the
Yes,
air. I love the trailer scene at the end where you realize Ted. We know that Ted is
it's
alive.
yes.
Oh, I have a theory on how to set up the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in Ted's old enemies, and let's say the Reach is holding Ted, which sets up
Yes, the
a
Reach.
three.
Yes,
Three. If you haven't watched Young Justice, is it season
right.
2? Season 2, right? Season 2?
Season 2, I think. Yeah,
Season 2.
2 or 3,
It's
whichever
all
one.
about Blue Beetle. That whole
Mm-hmm.
storyline's about Blue Beetle, and it's awesome. And I feel like
Amazing.
that's how you set up.
Yes.
If you're gonna do a trilogy, you set up the
Right.
Reach in the second one, have Jaime and Ted team up, and then you
Mm-hmm.
do the full on Reach invasion.
Right.
And that you're done.
Right. Give us that Black Beetle. Like, we want that.
Oh,
Like,
that's 2.
that would be.
That's 2.
That's yeah.
That's
Yeah.
2. With
Yeah.
Ed's old
Yeah.
villains. That's 2.
Yes.
Yes.
And I like how they tried to do that. They kind of did like a Black Beetle-esque guy with the guy who he ended up fighting. I was like, that's a cute little moment. No, you know what moment that touched my heart for some reason? When the Scarab started speaking Spanish to Jaime.
Yes.
I don't know why I don't know why I teared up in the movie theater. I was like, oh, she sees him but the tears started to weld when she said, "No, Jaime, we do not kill." Girl,
Oh, and the grandmother had me rolling.
Oh,
Grandma was about that life.
oh, all of it. She was with all of the shits. Like, she is the antithesis of fuck around and find out on that movie. And because I loved it. Ooh, but when the father died,
oh yeah.
I didn't. I was hoping because this movie seems like very happy-go-lucky. This seems very bright, upbeat.
Let me remind you, we could do Batman shit too. Living with your
Real shit.
parents. Come on.
The pearls fell to the ground in the alleyway, y'all. Oh God, the pearls fell in the alleyway, and it was a wrap. When he had to literally watch his father die as he was flying away, I was crying from both eyes. I bitch cried. I would cry from both eyes.
But
It
that's
was
why
bad.
he left it there. Right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, like I would have also left her to die. Like, let's be real. But like, yeah, like even though he said he didn't kill, you kind of did. But I do love what they kind of root his problem. Like, as soon as Jaime gets on the scene, like they kind of start with, he's straight out of college, and like they go in with his real world problems of like the family's losing the house. He's also, in a bunch of debt with no real prospects of college and anything.
Yeah.
Like that whole aspect I did really love. I love the fact that they bring in Belly Burger, that little cameo
Yes.
of Belly Burger. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, we love to see a good Belly Burger moment. I love this. Like, and when Uncle Rudy tells them to not call the police because they find this brown boy with this tech, what do you think they're gonna do? I was like, oh, that's real. Because
I like Rudy, because Rudy was the only Blue Beetle fought for everyone.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
you can't see
love
it
that
here
moment.
because I'm back in the bedroom where my toy area is, but I got Ted and Jaime together.
Yes, as you should, as you should, because that's one of those things I always kind of like felt bad for Jaime about, because he's one of the few sidekicks who he was in the side. He's never been a sidekick because he's never had his mentor,
which I love.
Right, like, but is he? But I thought Ted dies before he when he becomes Blue Beetle.
So in the comic, yes. I mean, in the cartoon, yes. But in the
comics though. Because in the comics, when I was reading, in Jeff John, when I was reading the Teen Titans, when he was in Teen Titans, like he was talking about how he never.
Ted is dead, but you know how comic books.
Yeah, you know DC.
Booster. I feel like we're gonna get Booster for part 2. If they do 2, you're gonna get Blue and Gold, and they're gonna go save Ted.
Yeah, I will love that,
and I think that it'll lead into the Booster show.
I love that. Like, and but I also love the family dynamic of this movie. Like, being somebody who, like myself, is very family oriented. Like, I love the fact that we first get into him becoming right, that part. Like, but we instantly get into like the family dynamic, but we go into him becoming a hero around his family, and like him, getting the scarab and everything. No secret identities, right? Exactly. We don't have to go through none of that. We go straight into the movie of them automatically knowing who he is and what he can do. And like, I love that. Like, when I did love the moment when the family ends up coming. The family like has that moment where they cry about their father. And he's like, "We can cry later. We have to save Jaime."
Yes.
And the grandmother. Yes, when I tell you, I was in tears. I was in tears as that was happening. I was like, "This is amazing." First of all, and she's and they were talking about how they're going to use their pain and turn it into strength. And that was such a beautiful moment. I had chills. I'm getting chills just literally talking about it. But they and fucking Susan Sarandon ass Victoria Lord literally on scene pitting brown people against brown people, wild. And her little like she's the ultimate colonizer, guys. Let's be honest. But
yeah,
like and the mom talking to the scarab and to Jaime and being like, go out there and fight or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, I do. The OVAC thing threw me off because I was like, they could have probably used another name for that. Like,
no. So that's deep cut DC. Deep cut DC. Yeah. So OMAC is one man Army Corps. So it used to be basically it's DC's answer to the Hulk.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a thing that. Oh no, I'm thinking about Brother Eye. I thought that was a thing that Batman made. Okay,
too, because Batman is a fascist. LOL.
Yeah. LOL. LMFAO.
but also the other deep cut they mentioned Pago Island, which if you never read a Blue Beetle book, this is how Ted becomes Blue Beetle. On Pago Island is where Dan Garrett died, and
Mm.
that's how Ted became Blue Beetle, which is why I
Who's
read.
Dan Garrett?
Okay, Dan Garrett is the original OG 1940 Blue Beetle,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he had the powers of the Scarab, but wasn't able to use them fully. And
Oh, okay,
then
got you.
and then go ahead.
So was that okay? So you remember when they was doing the little showing the recording of like what happens to a person when they're cut off from the scarab? Is that what they were talking about? Was that Dan Garrett?
No, Dan get no, because they well, I don't remember if they established in the movie, which I'm hoping to
Okay,
buy eventually. But they established that Dan
right.
Garrett couldn't access it fully,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Ted Cord had the science knowledge to use the scarab, but it didn't work for him either. And since Jaime's smart and the scarab is fused to Jaime, that's how he's able to use the scarab. You got a lot
Right.
of reading to do, sir.
Apparently, so let's be. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm never gonna read a Ted Cord. I'm not gonna read a book with Ted Cord in. I will probably hardly
You'll
ever
like
read
it.
a Blue Beetle book.
You'll love Ted. I'm telling you.
We'll see.
Ted is Batman without the angst. Ted
Well,
is
and that's
Ted is
that.
here. Let me here.
He seems like
Allow
another
me.
rich white man to me.
I mean, he is.
I mean, technically.
But Ted is Batman without the angst, and Ted helps people.
Okay, that's cute.
Ted is right. Ted is ride or die. Okay. Have you ever read Death of Superman completely?
Not completely. I don't think.
Okay.
Or if
Ted
I
was
did, it
the
was a long
first
time
one
ago.
to fight Doomsday by himself. To
Mm-mm.
throw hands with
Oh,
Doomsday.
oh, well, tank tank.
Yeah. Ted's about that life. He's about that life. All right, kids. Because for time, we got to get up out of here. Mostly because I am a loving husband and I got to take care of my girl. So, socials, and let's get up out of here.
All right, so beautiful people, you can catch me at Kenkrakoa on TikTok and Twitter, and also on Discord as well. I'm new there, but you can also catch me at King of Thrones, also on TikTok, but also on Instagram. Where can they find you, my boy?
All right, so because now I remember my stuff. Ant Life Rants 82 on Twitter, Ant
There we
Life
go.
82 on TikTok. And
All
if
right.
I'm not mistaken, hang on 2 seconds. Antonio Augusto 82, which I'm going to fix it today and make it Ant Life Rants, on IG. And if you want to hang out with us, and I hope you do because we're kind of awesome,
kind of, sort of.
Life Rants and Geek Culture on Facebook.
Yes. And also, I didn't even get to say it earlier. So I bought the ticket and I am going to the Renaissance concert.
Oh, you dirty!
I'm so excited.
I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Seriously.
The way my inner gay is going to be unlocked, guys, it's going to be
what
so
seat did
crazy.
you get? What seat? Oh, you got to tell the people where you're going.
I'm up there. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to New Orleans. My cousins told me that they were going to the Beyonce concert, and I was like, not without me. Like not my straight cousins going to a Beyonce concert. That's crazy. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to New Orleans on the 27th of this month, and I'm going to see Beyonce. And when I tell you, it's gonna be a time and a half, y'all. I'm gonna be broke as hell, but I ain't gonna care because look, when I tell you this, I'm sitting up at the very top. I'm not even gonna hold you, and them tickets cost a pretty penny. But look here,
how are you getting there?
I'm gonna fly.
Wait,
yeah.
Who are you flying with?
I believe Southwest.
Oh, good. Don't fly Spirit. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but look,
even
I ain't even gonna hold you. If the price right, shit, I like. Look here, we trying to go there for a good time, not a long time. And you know what?
Last thing, if you're in Salt Lake City, I'm usually on my socials. I'm on vacation on my socials all week. If you're in Salt Lake City Thursday, I will be at FanX. I'll be the guy, probably in my wife's scooter with the little chihuahua on my back. I will happily have a conversation with you. But if I look,
Right?
I feel like if I look mean, I just have resting bitch face.
He's a resting bitch face, guys.
I promise I'm nice. I promise I'm nice. I don't bite. I promise. I save that for the
It's the
pod.
New York in you.
Yeah, it really is. It
It
really
is.
is. It really
My
is.
cousin has it.
Yeah, I just I promise I'm a big teddy bear when it comes to comic books. All right, kids. See y'all. Well, you see me and Aaron in 2 weeks. Now, if Aaron decides to record,
Yes.
he'll let me know and I'll get it squared away.
Right. I'll see what I can do, you know.
If not, see y'all in 2 weeks. Peace, y'all.
Deuces.